I think what cracking the code should be able to do is enforce change.
We all came from cultures where women have this, oh, this is a man thing, this is a women thing. If we believe we can do equally everything as a man, which we can, we start putting ourselves as leaders in anything and not a follower. The reflection is that who fight for leadership, you have to study more, you have to give extra hours, you have to dedicate yourself to get there, and it costs in terms of family life.
I would personally love to see more female developers and more women in leadership.
But I have a hope that that's coming, because you are pushed to perform in a higher standard, higher level. That kind of contributes to women kind of getting education and advancing in their careers before they get involved into, all of the things that are involved when you have a family.
It's not only the technology, but also the ways of working. If you're pregnant or something, or if you just gave birth, and you can access all the information. You don't have to leave your house.
Tech has allowed us help close that gender gap. And what I mean is that it enabled remote learning. It also made it accessible conversation in terms of equality, how we speak to one another, understanding each other's background and culture differences.
In my opinion, we just have to keep pushing, keep being present, make your way back to the workforce, because otherwise, by default, you become the one that does everything else in the family.
Are women's tech careers interrupted because they themselves want to stop and bring up children, or because their partner won't? If caring always falls to women, then women can never have the leadership careers that they might otherwise want. It's not necessarily that women want to be carers. It is default to women.
That to start change, to make lasting change, we have to start in the younger generation, making that accessible to the young minds, showing that it's nothing to be afraid of. What it does is, by closing the gender gap, is you might hopefully get more young girls interested in technology. But the other side of things is it also shows young boys at an early age that there are girls who can talk tech, because they were part of the journey with them.
Cracking the code is already closing that gap between what tools men and women are using, because we're now all using the same tools.
For me, cracking the code is to have an inquisitive mindset and explore new technologies that will ease our daily life.
My curiosity is, if, for example, AI might eventually replace your GP, if they're using machine learning or based on stuff that's already out there, are they going to have that inherent bias against women as well? Women need to step up and make sure that AI is not allowing these prejudices just to flow over into AI.
If you don't have women at the table, you're missing out on 50% of the opinions of the world. Women see things differently, and we need women's voices. We need women writing code. We need women speaking up, because we're way too far from gender equality.
We need 50% representation.
I think the technology should be focused on supporting those things. Put it in people's face. If you hire a woman for the same job and they get less money, put it in people's face. Don't accept that anymore.
The only way we're going to crack the code is if the old ideas that have kept women down for millennia are not also programmed into the code going forward. So we need to make sure that the code that we're running our lives on is equal when it comes to gender.
Cracking the code.
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 Cracking the code.